Let's head north to Auckland. Heavy rain overnight felled trees and caused flooding and slips across our largest city. Last night, a 10-metre chunk of hillside simply fell away behind the San Remo apartment block on Auckland's waterfront, bringing with it a wall of mud and forcing the evacuation of 17 residents. Out west in Titirangi, 6 homes were cut off overnight by a very large slip at about 1:30 this morning. A long shared driveway has effectively been walled off by mud, trees and debris, and roughly a dozen people trapped in their homes by it are still there. Jessica Justice is at the top of the drive above the slip.
It's across it, and it started above it. So the driveway, which is 500 metres long, goes from the bottom, and it goes up the side of the hill to the very top where I live. I'm the last house on the driveway. And it sort of hugs the side of, it goes around the side of the mountain, so to speak. It sort of curves around there. And across the drive, the slip started at the top of the mountain and just ran right down over the driveway. And the mud and trees and roots and God knows what is so tall it's way over my head over the driveway. So we don't know if it's taken the driveway with it. It's just all covered in mud. And then behind that, so we can only see that from this side, but people from the other side tell us that there's like a huge gap opened on the other side, like almost like an earthquake crevice. It's a major slip. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's pretty big. And there's no way we can climb. I tried to climb over it this morning, but it's like slop. So I just sunk straight in and lost my shoes and nearly my trousers too.
And so are you trapped there? You simply can't get out?
No, we can't. I could go bundu bashing, I could go through the bush down and then sort of claw my way through the Queen's Chain and come out the other side. The only trouble with that is then we have no cars or, then you so you're out, but then what?
Was the rain unusually torrential out there? Was it stronger than it was last month?
I don't recall it. I think, according to sort of my memory, we've only been here a year and a half. We've had much worse torrential rains up here, but apparently because the ground was so sodden already, it did rain in the night, and we probably had it was more consistent for longer. So I think that because the ground was sodden, that it just slipped. Big trees came down, so, it obviously tackled the roots. They just came up and they just, everything half the hillside just rolled down into the creek.